I'm here with one of my favorite community people, Kim, who is the owner of the Cat Lady Café. You're one of my favorite people, not just because I know you personally, but actually because, and I texted you this recently, so this isn't me just, saying it for the sake of the camera. A lot of people have ideas, but to execute an idea is it's the real struggle. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
It is the real struggle.
John Mulaney, yeah.
And not only have you got the Cat Lady Café here, but all these cats that are here from the Humane Society of St. Joseph County. And recently you reached a new milestone, for which I think is incredible. So tell me a little bit about that.
Well, thank you. And first of all, thank you. Yes, you text me from time to time letting me know that I'm hang in there. I'm doing a good job. So I appreciate that. You know, we need entrepreneurship is it's solo. It's lonely sometimes, and so we need cheerleaders. So thank you for being one of mine. I appreciate it, and I'm one of your biggest fans as well.
You.
So it's mutual. It's mutual. So 300. We're at 306 adoptions right now to date, and so again, super grateful for our partnership with our friends at the Humane Society of St. Joe County, and could not do that without them. But we're here. We're coming up on our 3-year anniversary of being in business. So lots of threes. 3-year anniversary, 300 cats, milestone adoption. So
again, until I started my own business, I would never think about little things like how much the furniture costs, how much your sign costs, how much this wall costs, how much the electric, all those things. And I'm not trying to send you into a mental spiral here by reminding you of all that.
Too late.
But it's so difficult to take that leap. People don't realize how just much it's financially hard, and just the struggle of will people come in. And that's why I just want people watching to really support what you're doing. And so you reach the 300 adoptions, which again, there are 300 cats now and 300 happy people, happy homes. That have cats because you decided to do something.
Thank you.
And I just love that.
Well, thank you. And yes, despite all of including all of the financial issues, despite, that go along with this, I wake up every day, I'm happy, I love being here.
Yeah.
I'm thrilled that I have created this place with my team, with a lot of the folks behind the scene. I mean, I'm happy to be the face of the place, but lots of people behind the scenes that keep this place going.
Absolutely.
The community has supported us, and we would not be here without that. All the folks that come into this area from out of town that come and see us, that love cat cafes or are so excited that we're here. I mean, that all adds into it. And I always say, even if you come in and buy a cup of coffee, you're helping us pay the rent, you're helping us pay the electricity, so we can help these cats. So that's how it works. So. And
so when you say cats and cafes, and people think cats and food and everything that's going on, it's the cats are in here in their own room, and then the cafe is separate, but then you can mix the two if you wish.
Yes,
right? So
absolutely.
We just always want to let people know, because sometimes they think of animals, you're not just sitting and eating, and cats are rubbing off your legs.
No, cats are not going to jump in your coffee. I mean, they try to in here, but we discourage that as much as possible. But yes, we always want people to know that if you don't care to come in and see the cats, or you're just out and about, we serve really good coffee.
Yes,
I know
you
know that, and we get that compliment and feedback from people a lot. I think they're pleasantly surprised. We're cool, we have cats, that's the draw here, but our coffee drinks are really good. So even if you're just out and about, we want you to stop in and grab a coffee.
No, for sure, and help this local entrepreneur who went for it,
and
is doing it. You're going for something else, which again, such a big endeavor, okay? So I feel like this segment's going to end with a brown bag, you just in the corner, breathing into it. But but tell me, you've created something that's going to be at the Century Center here soon, just across the river.
Yeah, so another big leap, and I feel like this is just kind of the next thing, progression from this business. So the event is called the Midwest Meow Fest.
Yeah.
And so think of trade show convention style at the Century Center.
Yeah.
But of course, all cat related.
Yeah.
So we'll have lots of vendors that are selling cat themed products.
Nice.
We'll have an adoption village. So our friends at the Humane Society, as well as many other local rescues, will have cats there up for adoption. And our main draw is, she's known as the Kitten Lady. Her name is Hannah Shaw.
Okay.
She's coming in from California. She is an internationally known kitten educator.
Wow.
So we're going to educate folks as well. We're going to have a ton of fun, but we're going to educate, because in my 3 years of doing this and many more years of being involved with the Humane Society, there's so much that people don't know about how to care for cats. We have the stray cat population. You see a cat outside. So I get asked that all the time, and I'm always trying to educate people on that. So we're gonna do a little bit of education and have a ton of fun.
I love the fact that like the whole like cat lady thing was such a like derogatory term, and you just like embraced it and built a whole business around it. You're like, no, I'm owning the cat lady. That's yeah.
That is perfect, and we have not talked about this, but that is how the name came up. Really,
Yeah.
I knew I wanted to do a cat cafe. Did not have a name. And I was brainstorming with a friend
Yeah.
who was helping me, and I said, I'm there's such a negative thing about being a cat lady, and I said I want to turn that around. So that's how the name came about. So here
I like
we are.
It. No, that
Thank
is
you. So,
no.
yeah.
I think it's great. I love it so much. And again, I know that you're here on Colfax, right? Like is this the Commerce building or what's the name of
The
this
Commerce
building?
Center.
Okay,
Yes.
the Commerce Center
Yeah.
that you're inside here. And what are your opening hours for here? And then we'll talk about the Meow Fest as well.
Sure. So we're open here every day except for Wednesdays. Some days during the week we open at 11, so a little bit later. It's
Yeah.
not a coffee time, but 11.
Yeah.
Fridays and Saturdays we're 10 to 4, Sundays noon to 5.
Yeah.
And so, yes, we always recommend reservations if you want to come in and see the cats. That's another thing we try to encourage people to know about, because we limit the number of people in the room.
Yeah.
So if we're full, we can't get you in.
And it is relaxing. And I will tell you, right, because my wife is not a cat lady, okay? We've talked about this.
No, we're working on her.
We've recently, our dog passed away recently after I had her for like 10 or 11 years.
Yeah.
And you know what's funny about that? Not that I don't want to turn this into therapy, but like when she first died, I was like, okay, we had a good run. It was like I had her for, it's a dog. It's, and the last few weeks I'm like, I miss her so much,
Yeah.
So we're often out and about, and we were recently out at one of the pet stores that has the cats in there, and my daughter like just loves seeing them.
Of course.
And my wife looked at me and she goes, we're expecting another baby, so she goes, not right now.
Not right now, no.
But she goes, but I think I could see a cat, like, in our future. And I was like, you can?
You can? Okay.
So,
Good.
I didn't push it.
No.
'Cause, I usually push things. So I was like, all right.
This is a step in the right direction.
The Lord works in mysterious ways. I don't know what's going on. And so you mentioned that you're open here, so you never know. Cat might be in our future. I need to bring my daughter in here.
Yes.
With the Meow Fest, when is that on?
That is Saturday, March 21st.
Okay.
10 to 5 at the Century Center.
So that's not too far away. I mean, about a
No.
month away. And again, do you have to be a crazy cat lady to want to go to this? I mean, for people watching that think, like my wife, like I'm not interested in cats, like, or what? As you said, the education, but what else is really there for people?
So we're going to have events on the main stage. Hannah Shaw will be one of our speakers, so we'll have some education. We're going to do some bingo. We're going to do some silly things.
Nice.
We have a local veterinarian that's going to speak as well, just to some general cat health.
Awesome.
Again, things that people want to know about, but then our vendor booths will be lots of shopping, local artisans that are going to be there as well, just so all cat themed or mostly cat themed type of things, and just a fun environment.
Nice. Is it ticketed? Like, do people have to buy tickets for?
Yes,
for the Meow Fest?
we are selling tickets on our website, MidwestMeowFest.com.
Okay.
We'd love to have you buy tickets in advance, but we will have tickets at the door as well.
But obviously, and again, I just can't encourage you enough. Like, you're a local person who's taken these chances. I mean, if people even knew just how much it was to rent out the Century Center, again, I'll get you the brown bag here in a second, okay? But all these things, it's like, I can't encourage people enough that, like, buy a ticket, go along, support it, because otherwise, like, we don't have a local economy without this. It's people like you taking a chance to do that. So thank you for doing it. Make sure you support her. And make sure and come and see these cats, whatever you do, because I do really like them. My wife has a thing about them jumping on the counters.
Yeah,
That's
they
the
do
thing
that,
for her.
I know.
But we'll get over that.
Right,
So,
right.
So
We'll
Kim,
get her
good
there.
job. Good job.
Thank you.
We'll get
Thank
you a
you.
brown bag now,
Thank
and we'll
you.
both hyperventilate over in the corner together. Okay. So.
Thank you.